Okay, next up is Freyja. I think it's Freyja Houghton. Houghton. So 3 pieces. Presentation was the comment, and should I delete my older piece? So let's see here. So this is a year ago. We'll just look at the dates first. This is 5 months ago, and this one's 2 months ago. Oh, thanks, Tej. Thank you for linking her portfolio in the chat. I don't think you need to delete this one. It does suffer from some of the lower poly issues, and there's areas where like the surface could be broken up a little bit by roughness variation. The keyboard's quite thin, but I mean that's real picky stuff. This looks pretty cool. Books are a little simple, but overall I think it's a lucky tiger. Oh, I love these. It's like you knew the scene already, you know? Super cool. So, I don't think you should, I don't think you need to delete this. Like when you go to the next one, you're like, oh, wow, okay. 5 months ago and a year ago. So in like under a year, your quality leaped by quite a bit, in my opinion. Is that a menu of wingbats? Yeah, I'll have the number 3 wingbat for 70. Yeah, the 71. Yeah. Yeah, you don't know what that says either? Ah, yeah. Oh, you just started here. Oh, okay. Wow, the staff. I don't know. This project gets a bit too blurry at even the midground with the depth of field. It's Tej's comment in chat. I would agree. Ooh. Oh, this needs to be smoother. These emissives could really get pushed a bit further, more saturated. Dang, that's cool. I like that prop. Yes, maybe it's just that it's just a bit too like atmosphere thick and blurry. Like you can see how sharp this guy is. Like that type of sharpness should go all the way to maybe about here, and then it should start to blur out. Maybe starting around here. Let's check this out though. These types of diners are always so interesting to look at. Ooh, I like your variety in your window blinds. Those are cool. That diner sign on the window on the glass could maybe be a little larger. Oh man, you're getting a lot of ghosting from the temporal AA here. I'll slow this down so you can see what I'm talking about. So as it hops from frame to frame, you'll see the ghosting here. Right there. So just be really careful with so if you turn you could turn your temporal anti-aliasing off and go with just regular AA, or turn that off altogether, render it out at like 8K, and then like downsample it to a 4K or a 2K, and you would be in a spot where like it looks real nice and clean, and you're not getting any of that ghosting. I have to turn this back to normal, or else like the next video I watch is just going to be weirdly slow-mo, and I will forget and be like, why is it so choppy? Yeah, dude. This thing's cool. So these motions that you're doing in this video, do you see how like they stop? Or like, sorry, I'm just keep clicking here. So the shot starts down below and then starts moving and then stops at the top. Having it moving the whole time is going to be really important. as it just kind of makes the shot much smoother and not so jarring. Now, the rotation of this shot, I think, is okay. It's the, man, I can't step per frame, can I? Me. When it comes in initially, you see a bit of a pop here. And you see it's jaggedy here, but then as it starts to move, that jaggediness goes away from the window blinds. That's the temporal AA taking the first couple frames. The temporal AA is not acting on it yet, and then your camera starts to move, and then the temporal anti-aliasing kicks in. So you'll see like a little bit of a flicker, and then it kind of shimmers and then smooths out. So one thing you can do is just record the entire path, and then with your camera moving the entire time. And then in post, just trim off those edges so that the temporal A has time to smooth the frame out beforehand. I will agree, though, it does feel a little bright in here, which is weird because, like, down here, it's in the shadows, it's quite dark. Camera cuts in sequencer negate the need for post-editing, too. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Fade track and camera cuts. Set up multiple cams. All right. This is cool, though. This overall, the scene's pretty strong. And then, if we look at this one, yeah. Humble little cart of fruits. So I think when you make this type of stuff, especially when you're already optimizing some of it to be flat like this, you should just pay for the extra geo. Especially if it's just for your, let's see, it says if it's just for your portfolio. Let's see, 5K for the fruit and boxes with 2 2048 texture sets. Final try count. 2 2048 texture sets. 6,200 for the tries for the fruits and boxes. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess if you were going for game ready. Dang, that's tough. I'm going to save that link. Want to see her. I'll put it in the. What is going on here? Why can't I type? Oh. My keyboard is like not on now? What? What is happening to my computer, guys? Well, this all looks pretty good. I'm just curious about the 2 2048s because like you won't have that high res of textures for like for game ready assets. Is that for the ground? What is that? Oh yeah, it's for this ground. I like that ground. It's quite stylized looking, but semi-real at the same time. There's a little bit of noise in the rocks that feels a little off to me, this type of stuff. All the cracks are very similar as well in their size and shape. Think about like thinner cracks sometimes. Nice. I like this. It's maybe a little washed in the albedo. It's cool though. Oh man, the attention to detail on these is great. Oh, this is quite cheap too. That's awesome. So, my keyboard's not working, which is weird. I don't know how my mouse is working. I don't know. Oh man. Okay, so I think, oh, these are awesome. I think you could probably, I'm assuming that this is one lemon duped a bunch of times. So hopefully it's like only in here once, right? So I think you could do a lot of sharing of textures, which would allow you to have more room. Oh man, there's a real-time one. I gotta see this. Yeah, see, I think from like this range, it's holding up all right. So this is good for like a third person. But if you get into first person, shape-wise, it starts to get a little low. But I mean, in a scene full of stuff, I have to charades instead of typing. It'd be cool to see this done with trim sheets. You mean for the wood material? Yeah. You could get it down to a single 2048. Yeah, I think you're right. But still, a single 2048, you wouldn't want to load that all at once, right? I'd prefer two 1024s versus a single 2048. Yeah, the little quirks you're talking about, like the little changes in the way the lighting hits it and all that stuff. You could even just like add some extra verts and model that in. Paying for more vertices versus texture. It's like a trade-off, right? Anyways, I think these are all pretty strong. I wouldn't remove this one. This one, maybe the lighting is a little too bright. And this one's cool too. I think I just want to see more. Oh, you're at Playground. Say hello to Adam Olson if you are working with him. He's a good guy. He used to sit right next to him. But yeah, cool. Thank you, and I look forward to the next hotness you will add to this.